Growing up in Derry, I was a teenager in the 1960s. I grew up and all around me was discrimination. Derry was a place known for gerrymandering. Perhaps at 16 I didn't understand all the concepts. But it was very easy to understand when the civil rights movement burst onto the streets that the generation of my father took to the streets very readily because I think they knew that equal citizenship was being denied them. I watched the civil rights movement, albeit from the sidelines as a curious teenager, but I soon realised that many of these concepts were things which we as citizens should enjoy. There was absolutely no doubt that the unionist state reacted violently and very forcefully. We've seen the introduction of internment, we've seen many people being imprisoned without trial, and that only ensured that people stood up and rose up more. The Bloody Sunday March was all about a simple demand: release the internees, people held without trial. And that day I think the hope and the idealism of the civil rights movement was met and crushed perhaps by the might of the British state led by the parachute regiment. Many of my peers had watched our people from the Battle of Bogside standing up, but this was the defining moment. Were we going to realise our equal citizenship, or were we going to be crushed? So we joined the IRA. In joining the IRA, I, like many other young people of that era, found ourselves in prison cells. Many hours found themselves dying on active service. And in prison, I realised what it was to have political status. So in 1976, when the British government decided to remove political status, then it was very easy, very instinctive for prisoners to stand up and say, no, we are entitled to political status and we will do all in our power to ensure that that doesn't happen. Many people on the streets rallied. The National Hitchblack Armagh movement is one of the best examples, perhaps like the civil rights movement before it, of mass participation, collective participation in struggle, the power of the individual combining with the power of many to bring about demands. Unfortunately, because of the intransigence of Margaret Thatcher, we found ourselves in hunger strike in October 1980. And despite our best intentions and despite our best wishes to see a resolution, the British government reneged on a deal, despite 7 of us and many others joining us on hunger strike, including 3 women in Armagh Prison's Jail. But that protest and that hunger strike was about political integrity. And when Bobby Sands on the 1st of March 1981 went on hunger strike, then he was showing once again political prisoners in the Hitchblocks, Armagh Prison or anywhere where Republican prisoners found themselves, we would not be criminalised. When the hunger strike ended, the policy of criminalisation lay in tatters, but unfortunately we lost 10 men on hunger strike and many more people died on our streets. One of the great seminal moments of that particular period was the election of Bobby in Fermanagh, South Tyrone. I think that challenged Republicans in defining new ways, innovative methods, but all focused in trying to deliver our primary objective of a united Ireland. So we can well recall the election success after election success, Bobby being elected, the Assembly election where Martin McGuinness was elected in the city, Westminster with Gerry Adams becoming the MP for West Belfast. All of those things added to a new vibrant Sinn Féin party, Sinn Féin taking the primary role. For me, the power of the individual, the power of the collective is best summed up in a number of images. I can well recall Mary Nillis, Kathleen McCann and Teresa Deary standing alone and isolated in St Eugene's Cathedral. Very simple demanding that people would stand up and listen. You contrast that image with the cortege of Bobby Sands making his way from his Twinbrook home to Milltown Cemetery. 100,000 people, a dark mass of individuals all coming together to say, we will stand up for our rights. I think when you see that in contrast with now 500,000 people on the island of Ireland voting for Sinn Féin, that is the power of the individual coming together as a collective and setting out clear objectives of what we want to deliver for the people of Ireland. I think when you see what Martin McGuinness did, and we all watched Martin on the day that he collapsed the Assembly, despite his failing health, the strength, the fervour and the simplicity of his message, we brought down the Assembly around the issues of justice, equality, respect and dignity. That's what we go forward on. That's what we were asking people to do on March the 2nd. Remember all those days from the civil rights movement, from the Battle of the Bogside, internment, Bloody Sunday, the hunger strike, our electoral successes, Martin's image as he collapsed the Assembly, but we can combine together to give Sinn Féin the most powerful vote ever on March the 2nd. Come out and vote Sinn Féin. Vote Oil Sinn Féin 1 and 2. Go roll me la my